Hey guys. So we've been chronicling our issues with the health challenges, and I just thought I would want to help you guys, kind of a problem solution thing that coming out of the other side of going through all this is coming out with solutions. So I want to share some of those with you. I don't want to give too much importance to people that use the word hysteria, because when people do that, they want to minimize something they don't understand, and they want it not to hurt. And the way out of this is with knowledge, knowing something about it. So here goes, okay? I'm going to help you guys out. There's no reason to panic if you know what the score is, right? Okay, here goes. If you are coming to Ecuador for a very short period as a tourist, 1 or 2 weeks, a couple of weeks, tourism, don't worry, okay? You don't need to worry about this. You can eat in restaurants, you can eat cooked food, use limes as much as you can if possible. But even if there aren't any limes, you can get the limes at the store. They're cheap enough. And just put limes on everything. Drink bottled water. You can buy bottled water at the store, and if you're up to it, you can even get the Sport Travel Berkey bottle. Okay, so we'll test these Berkeys. It's just, all it does is it opens up with a little straw here, and it has to go through the filter.
Yeah,
okay.
Just
a little
See,
filter.
there's our little filter. Anyway, this is why I kill water.
We're traveling, and we got our bases covered, we think, but we'll let you know in 8 hours or however long. How long does it take for Giardia and all that to go through your system? I don't know. We'll figure that out.
It might not be Giardia in the water here.
Whatever
Maybe
it
it's
is.
something worse than that.
Yeah.
We're trusting in Berkey for
guess we
about
are.
these filters, because I've already drank an inch of my water.
Yeah, we are trusting in Berkey. Yeah. We're trusting the Berkey. I'm not saying I trust in it, but I trust the Berkey. You know, we took our Sport Berkeys over to Guayaquil, and you know, you can't drink the water on the coast in Ecuador, right? We took our Berkeys and they worked just fine. No repercussions. It's really convenient to have because you can't put water on the airplanes and stuff. And we just get the water from the faucet and put it in the Berkey, and it's filtered water, good water. So no matter where you're at with those, you can have good water. Okay, so you're going to be in the tourist areas, you're going to eat in restaurants, if you cook at home. You know, no matter what, if something happens and you get infected, remember, you're just going home, you're going to take your medicine, you're going to knock out the parasites, and then you're going to be in a non-endemic environment, and you're good to go, okay? Number 2, if you're coming to Ecuador for still as a visit, but longer, say a few months, up to 2-3 months or more, now you're more at risk. The chances of something happening, you use a glass that still had water in it.
10 ways that you can become easily infected with amoebas where the water is bad. Specifically, the amoeba E. histolytica. Number 1, walking into your kitchen and not realizing that you're going to have your cup of coffee out of a cup that has a little bit of water in it. Or you're going to have your milk or juice drink out of a cup that has water in it. You think you can just do this and that's okay? I don't think so. There's still water in the bottom of this cup. So just one amoeba will start multiplying more amoebas in your gut system, especially if you're not doing anything to have good flora.
The short-term tourist really doesn't have a whole lot to worry about. Just eat cooked food, peel it, boil it, cook it, or don't eat it. It works well. You know, if something happens, you can always go home, take your medicine, and you're good to go. If you come in for longer, 2 or 3 months, or even 4 or 5 months, the chances of that you get infected are higher. And so you need to go a step further, do all the things I just said for the tourist, but on top of that, also eat lots of raw onion, raw garlic, always You need to make sure you do these things all the time. The tourist isn't really, even if he doesn't use lime and onion and all that, he can just go out and eat cooked food and peel it and boil it and all that and then go home. If something happens, you take the medicine. The longer term visitor needs to go the extra mile. Do all the raw onion, squeeze the raw limes over everything you eat, wash everything on the outside, still peel it, boil it, or cook it or don't eat it, and get checked at the lab. And you can also take your medicine, but understand that you can only take the antibiotics so many times, so you're going to want to be a lot more careful about getting infected than just a short-term tourist, because there's a limit to how much you can take the parasite antibiotic as far as the time schedule. But again, if you're going home after a couple, 2-3 months or 4 or 5 months, be careful, do all these precautions, but you're still going home. So at some point you're going to kill it off and you're going to be a non-endemic area. Now, for the person that is moving here long-term, like we are, this is the place where you're going to need more than all of the things just mentioned. And this, of course, applies to people that know at the outset that they, number one, don't want to become, they understand the limitations of antibiotics. They understand that the parasites become immune to antibiotics in the long run. And so they're not a long-term solution. It's not a judgment against anything. It's knowledge, understanding, knowing, and then acting. When you know that the parasites can become immune in the long run, then you know that it's not a long-term solution. So what we need is long-term solutions, and what we've got is natural ways. And natural ways are long-term solutions because you can always implement them. The body becomes stronger when you do so, and therefore it's good for you. So if you're here for the long haul, there are things you can do, and we'll cover that in a different video. So if you're coming to Ecuador for a visit, don't worry too much. Remember, our channel is a video log or vlog about our life and our experience. So you're going to see everything that we're going through. You can still make a mistake even as a short-term visitor. You can make the mistake of denying that you're at risk and not pay any attention to it. So do pay attention to it, but don't worry yourself to death. Going home is a big part of the solution. Once people go home, then the chance of reinfection has been removed, and therefore, the standard antibiotic solution will work for you. Okay, no worries. Come to Ecuador for a visit and enjoy yourself. Okay? All right. Thanks. Also, if you're a short-term visitor, don't drink the water out of the faucet, even if you're in Cuenca. No matter what you've heard, we no longer recommend it. It's too risky to expect to to depend that the water pipes aren't being worked on, even though 95% of the time or more the water is actually pretty clean. In Cuenca, not at the coast. Don't drink it at the coast at all, the water from the fall. Oh, by the way, yeah, when you see a little bit of a pep in my step, it's because I got 8 hours. So this is how you know, oh, Frank must have got his 8 hours sleep last night. He's got a little pep in his step. And then when I don't have it, I didn't get my 8 hours. Frank and Angie in Ecuador, HM Family Life.